Hey everyone. So, before we make our rounds here, because we have quite a few rounds to do, let's take a moment to talk because we're at the point of no return, as I said before. This is that point where almost everything opens up, and you basically get to choose, how you want to go about this. Now, in the original run that I did on this channel, this was vanilla Mass Effect 3 back on the PlayStation 3. Back in those days, remember? I say that as if that was like a whole, it's not like the PS3 is, anyways, whatever. When I did this the first time, I did the Citadel DLC first to get all the stuff from that, and then we went into the big finale with the cyberspace and Earth. Yeah. Now, if you want to see how that ended, feel free to go check that out. And I stand by what I said for vanilla. I still stand by that to this day. However, just to remind you guys, I have, some mods to change some things, including this right here, the Armistice Happy Ending mod. And I gotta say, I just appreciate and commend the people that worked on these, mods like these, not just for themselves, but for other people who wanted stuff like this. Even back in the day, this was like when the word started to spread, hey, there's a mod that changes the ending, gives you an actual happy ending, which is something that they apparently didn't want to give us. And yeah, anyways, so things are gonna be a little different. However, here's what I'm kind of getting at here. To me, when you think of vanilla Mass Effect 3, what do you think is a better, more appropriate ending for the series? The triple color choice that we get on the Crucible, or the party that culminates in you standing on that platform looking at the Normandy, and then your whole squad shows up and you're just talking with them, or at least one of them, about what a great ride it's been. To me, the Citadel DLC is a far more appropriate ending and conclusion to the series than the actual ending of the game is, my opinion. In fact, there was a mod that's supposed to come out later this year. I think it was for vanilla Mass Effect 3, but they were going to be working on it because even some of the other mods have... There's been a couple of other mods, I think including Expanded Galaxy, that said... No, I take it back. This mod right here, the page said that it has every intention of working alongside and being compatible with a mod that turns the Citadel DLC into more of an actual epilogue, where they will actually edit and remove certain things from that referencing the war, because it's supposed to take place afterwards. I imagine that may also involve cutting out the conversation with Anderson, since, spoilers, he's supposed to be dead at that point. And I'm torn on what I want to do, because there's a part of me that wants to do it after we finish off the actual main story, so I can also show you guys a couple of other cool mods and other great moments from that, including the Duel of the Shepherds mod, which I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. But I'm also so intrigued how it's going to work, because I'm thinking to myself more and more, how do they get this to make sense compared to how it originally was, which actually did make sense the way they explained it. But anyways, you guys probably will get what I mean when we get there. But at the same time, I'm conflicted because there's a part of me that wants to wait until that mod comes out and we actually play it as if it's an actual epilogue. I don't know. I think by the time this episode gets out that I won't have recorded by then, because I think after I do that, maybe I'll take a break before I do it. But at the same time, maybe I won't want to. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys would like. Would you prefer I wait until that comes out? Again, by the way, there's no timetable when it's going to come out. I think it said later in 2022 is when it's probably going to come out. No idea when it's going to come out, though, because obviously I'm not directly involved. But the plan, my intention here, is that we're going to do some final prep work here. Then we're going to start the main finale of taking down the cyberspace, going back to Earth, and doing all that. And then we'll wrap up this playthrough in the series with the Citadel DLC. That's the intention here. So, just want to let you guys know. So, by the way, we're gonna start our rounds, but I decided let's go ahead and now try that synth skin that I told you guys about, where now you can make Edie look like Eva, which should be interesting. No visor, and she has actual skin on her, so she doesn't look like a robot. She looks human. But at the same time, when you think about it, considering the conversation we're about to have with her, how much more human has she become throughout this time that we've been spending with her in this game? How much more has she been growing as a individual, as a being, as a person? She's not necessarily a fully developed AI like the Geth are now at this point with the Reaper code, but she's been continuously growing and evolving and developing, where she will actually change certain things about herself to reflect her new perspective and viewpoints on things. You know, at times she just starts to sound and act more human. So maybe it is more fitting that she actually starts to look more human. You know, almost like that whole, you know, I'm a real boy kind of thing. You know, that I've seen in other fictions where they will actually have the little cheesy ending that, you know, they get a real human body, you know, like a robot or an AI or something gets an actual human body, like, oh, they become a real boy, you know, that kind of thing. So just want to let you guys know about that.
Joker, you asked for news about the human colony, Tiptree.
Hey, Liara, you don't need to worry about that right now.
Now's as good a time as any. I'm getting reports of refugee ships from Tiptree landing on Solarian colonies. I don't have names. I'm sorry. It was mostly children.
Well, Gunny, Hillary, my sister, Gunny's the nickname. She's had it since, she's only 15, so if it's children, then maybe I only lost my dad. Kind of an asshole thing to hope for.
Jeff, right now, take any kind of hope you can get.
Thanks. You too.
Poor Joker.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander. Commander?
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
I bet it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the... No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
So what do you guys think? I think this looks pretty good. Keep in mind, this just got updated today. Now, on the back, you can see the hair is a little... You know, the texture probably needs to be worked on a bit. But, I think it actually looks really good, honestly.
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
to the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good. I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature. Hello, Shepard.
That's quite the subject, Edie. I'm just kind of curious which literature you are interested in at the moment. So I heard Tally was having a drink. Oh, my poor, sweet little Tally. Are you having a drink? Are you getting a little drunk?
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tally.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working. She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch. But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him. Never changed herself to please him.
Ah.
Don't me. You sound like a Vorcha.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting her father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes. Doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
That is an excellent question, Tally.
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port. You know.
Here's to Miranda.
Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boshtet. Kila Solai.
I better let Garrus know so that he can take her back to her room when she has had a little too much.
I can't get that place out of my head. The whole thing was so calculated, using hope to lure people to their deaths, or worse. I can't understand it. And you know, I'm glad I can't. It makes me feel human. Just wondering what the refugees do now. I thought I'd heard of everything. Man. Hard to believe what was down there. Commander?
I don't think I ever caught what the actual purpose of this meet is. By the way, I found out the reason Arya is not showing up is because I didn't prove my complete loyalty. Which, I think the only way to do that is if you go full renegade while with her, so...
Good to see you, Commander.
So disappointed. Really wish they'd given Chakwas more dialogue. So disappointed.
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane. A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull.
Love you, Garrus.
Not right now.
Yeah, he wants to think about that and enjoy that thought. I don't blame him.
At your service.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it. Thanks for coming by.
Breaking now, Alliance Marines uncover the worst Cerberus war crimes to date. Sanctuary, advertised as a safe haven on the planet Horizon, exposed as a secret Cerberus lab. Brainwashing, lethal experiments, and Reaper connections, the exclusive details next in the battle space. Commander.
And that's basically the extent of Diana Allers in this game.
All propulsion systems are running optimal.
Commander. Commander.
I know there's a way to get these two together. I just don't remember what it is. I don't know if I've done enough. I wonder if this is now the conversation with Javik.
I heard about your talk with Liara. You act so angry, but you really care about us.
I need you functional to destroy the Reapers.
You care about Liara. You like her.
You are intoxicated. A foolish risk given Quarian symbiotic physiology.
And you like me, too.
This conversation is over.
Oh, man. Drunk Tally is actually really cute.
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship. Its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. And more. You and the Turian are joined?
You could say that.
I'm not. Your pheromones are. Is this why you wish to continue living? For their affection?
It's not about what they give me, it's about how I feel about them. And how much they matter to me.
Without that affection, all I have in my life is death. And that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik. What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone. But so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
So this is a tricky choice here. Because the Paragon choice here, yes I would, convinces him to look at the shard, and he does. And it's It's a lot for him to take in. But here's the effect it has. When we are talking to him on Earth before the big final charge, he says he's going to go to what he believes is like one of their last resting grounds and join his people. AKA, he's going to go commit suicide to join the rest of his people. However, if we say, no, I wouldn't, which is the down choice, the quote-unquote renegade choice, he doesn't do that because he doesn't look at the shard and he decides to stick around and live and help Liara, with other things, writing that book that she was talking about. And he's just gonna, live on and hang around and, do stuff with Liara, and actually, I think probably end up being a friend of hers or such. After we defeat the Reapers, it's very interesting the choice that they actually did here. So, forgive me, but I'd rather he stick around.
Reopening old wounds, especially big ones, isn't gonna help.
Perhaps you are right. There were others. Soldiers who served under me, like your crew.
What happened to them?
They are dead. Where I left them.
We have a saying. Let all ghosts rest.
Then there is some wisdom in this cycle.
If you can live by it.
The crew seems shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young. The entire planet joined in this ritual. I will spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your elusive man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit. Subjugating the Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will. Your Joker pilot insists I call myself Prothi the Prothean. I insisted he allow me to throw him out the airlock. I would prefer to be alone.
Like I said, I stand by my choice ending. And I gave my reasons as to why.
Is everything okay, Shepard?
I can't believe the elusive man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them. I can't wait to take the fight to the elusive man. I wonder what he's thinking right now. You just know he's got a plan. I saw the Crucible data Hackett sent. I don't know what the hell it does, but damn if it isn't impressive. Hey.
You need a new name. What about... Bolto? Fine.
We took this artifact from Thessia. Not really sure they're all going to be okay with that. What happened? What happened to my bed? Something... I think when I switched Edie's skin, it messed up my texture mod. This is the problem with whenever you either reapply a mod or reinstall a mod or update a mod is that you then have to basically redo it because then your texture mods get kind of messed up. Fortunately, my Shepherd is fine, but come on, my bed mod? Seriously. Nah. Ow! Head hurts. Why do people do this for fun? And what happened to my spell checker? But what if the ghosts are restless? What then? I imagine you have many. Thank you for speaking with me about the elusive man. I cannot guarantee myself error-free, but I will do my best. Wait, is this one of those things from Horizon? Did we just take this with us? Not really sure that's the kind of ideal thing to have here. Oh my gosh, we also took one of these with us. Okay. Some of these things I'm not really sure why Shepherd would want to collect these. I get what the point of the mod is, but I'm looking at these, I'm like, why did I bring this? Of all the things I could have brought back with me to my cabin, why did I bring that? Oh my goodness. So you can see what I'm talking about. There's only two things on my map that are highlighted, which is, you know, the final mission and the Citadel DLC. That's it. So any of these other things, I'm like, I have to, I guess, probably figure out where I'm supposed to go. And I'm just thinking to myself, huh? Because some of these, it doesn't seem like they're actually all that clear as to where exactly you're supposed to go. To Kaje, but the thing is, it doesn't tell me which system it's in. You know? And it's like, go to Lorik. And I'm like, I don't remember where Lorik was. I really don't remember. So I would probably have to go from system to system to figure out, because of course this journal is complete garbage, and try and figure out what to do. The other thing is, look at this. Somewhere in the Serpent Nebula, locate and recover both the ship and her crew. I want to remind you, this is the Serpent Nebula. So how am I supposed to finish this? Seriously, how am I supposed to do this if there's nothing? You see what I mean? This gets very confusing. And it just feels like this is part of the mod and it just hasn't been fully finished yet. You know what I mean? So, let me take a moment here, because obviously we're not going to do the Citadel DLC. Like I said, we're going to put that off.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
And it doesn't really seem like there's anyone else to talk to right now. So, I guess I'm going to try and just spend time going to these systems and try and figure out how to finish these. I'm going to have to literally just go from plant to plant in every system just to try and figure out how to do these. The only thing really left to do is this right here. other than the Spectre missions, like I was saying. But you got this right here. I'm like, okay. Now, apparently there was an update for this that actually fixed an issue where something wasn't happening quite right with this one here. So it'll be interesting for me to check that out. I'm debating whether or not to even show it on camera, but since it's just an N7 mission. I don't remember that much to it, but maybe I will go ahead and show it to you. I mean, you know. So when we come back, I'll probably just show you the Cerberus Fighter Base N7 mission, the last side mission, before we have the big finale of taking down Cerberus for good. Stay tuned.